Need to make some sound,
Yeah, yeah,
but
you
I'm
do
here.
that. Yeah, yeah. So, welcome to the School Buddies Live. Today, something interesting happened. I forgot to make a post about it in the School Buddies community, and apparently, that is a big part of drumming up attendance. So, I'm just gonna see if I.
Oh crap. He left.
Oh my god, now you're all alone.
Yeah. I think he accidentally left.
And it's interesting because it's still recording.
Yeah, it is. Very interesting. We're on
Yeah,
YouTube now and we can do stuff.
yeah, it's so strange that it's recording. That I haven't seen before.
Yeah, interesting. Let's see what happens in the recording.
Yeah, I will keep you company until he's back. I just need to feed my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, meisje. Oh, there he is again. So, interesting fact. It kept on recording.
You
And you're
muted.
muted.
Yeah, interesting fact, actually. Um, so we just did a test, live test. Yeah, I mistakenly shut the wrong tab, right?
Mm.
And so that means once the recording is started, you can leave the call. So let's say a community only has one admin, which is the case in a hobby community, right? We can only have one
Mhm.
admin because as soon as you have other admins, they can do the recording and everything.
Yeah.
But if you only have one admin, so you have a hobby community, theoretically you can start the call, have some people join, and then you can leave and hand it over to somebody else to run the call. That's cool. In terms of recording, because in terms of attending the call, anybody can do that at any time. Right? This School Buddies link here live is the same for every week. And so theoretically anybody can jump on that link and other people at the same time and you can start the call. Yeah. Yeah, so what I was asking while I was talking to myself, apparently, because I killed my tab, I was asking Jan, what have you been up to this week?
This week. Wait, I think it's only Tuesday, so not
Oh,
really
sorry,
much.
this past week, I meant, yeah,
Okay, past
since
week.
the last call.
So, yeah, just being active on school and networking. I got some new great opportunities. For example, I was on a coffee chat with do you know Schoolyard?
Yes, I know Schoolyard, yeah,
Yeah. He just got the star today, so he's on the first page of money category,
very
which is
nice,
awesome. And yeah, I we were on a coffee chat and I told him what I do, and then he said that he would like to like work with me. And now I booked a call with him and yeah, let's see how it's going. But
very
he's
nice,
interested in me like being his moderator in Schoolyard.
very nice,
Good job, Jan.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
very
was
nice,
it was so awesome.
Ask money. Don't do it for free. Ask money.
Okay.
He has it.
Yeah. I already thought about this because like it would be a great testimonial and like case study only like for that, but yeah, I'm not sure.
You can say like I will do it like 2 weeks or something for free.
Mhm.
And if you like me, if you like it, then the price is that or something.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, you don't
definitely
need to.
gonna.
It's just something I would do. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. I saw like Alexander from the Ghost Ops call. Do you know him? Do you remember him?
Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, yeah, I know. He's
Yeah.
also in my groups. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also a moderator in there. He has the moderator role, but only like 30 contribution wait, contribute contributions, is that right? Con
Contributions, yeah.
yeah, and he only has 30 contributions, which is a bit like strange for a moderator, right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Alexander is it?
It is Alexander PT.
Yeah, that one. Oh, is he a moderator there? That's interesting. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I just saw it yesterday because I wanted to like know who is also a moderator, and I looked up and he is. Wait, yeah, he is Alexander PT moderator. And if you look at his profile, he only has like 33 contributions on Schoolyard.
Maybe he's new. Is it only
Maybe
33 on Schoolyard or in total?
on Schoolyard.
On
No, he has
Schoolyard,
like 843. He's
yeah,
he's he's always on the calls with us in Ryan Duncan's other paid community, which he doesn't really promote. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. So most likely, that relationship with the Schoolyard owner is new,
Mhm.
and he, had a call with him, and they got along, and now he's starting. So he's probably new moderator.
Yeah, but he would have like probably made a post or told it us on the call because we always like share wins and stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see how it goes. Maybe he's like, yeah, it's a bit strange with Alexander. I was a bit confused. I'm gonna ask him on the call. We with the owner of Schoolyard. The call is tomorrow evening. So I'm gonna let you guys know next week on Monday in this call how
Nice.
it went. Like
Yeah,
Dan, Mindy, I'm gonna see on Thursday on the premium and other call with Ryan.
yeah, yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
This is
let
good.
me know. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry, then go.
No, go ahead, Mindy.
Yeah, you can always like DM me or something. I had a call with him with Jack like 2 days ago or something,
Hmm.
and we're also gonna do something together. I gave him access to, maybe it's smart or not smart. Gave him access to my stuff.
Okay.
uh, yeah, we kind of agreed that. Well, kind of agreed. Yeah, we did actually. That he's gonna make some videos for me in exchange for the stuff that I have written down. Because he has
Okay.
issues with writing down, and I have issues with making videos. And he was like, "Hey, let's do this together." So I was like, "Okay, good." So
Awesome.
he's
Like
also a
he.
premium member in my group.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Great. He's a great guy.
He
Like
starts
he's
to
very
learn the
fun.
platform. In the beginning, we we had some struggles, but he starts to learn the platform. Yeah, and he's doing great job.
Wait, what did you say? I didn't get it with the classroom.
What did I say again?
Anything with the classroom? I didn't hear
Uh,
it. Real.
oh yeah, I don't know anymore. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what I
So he sent me kind of a contract or stuff I would need to do. I'm gonna send you that over. Maybe you can look over it. I totally don't understand what this is. And yesterday he needed to like go quick because he needed to pick up her girlfriend from school or something. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna send you that over and could yeah
Yeah, of
look
course.
over
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Feel free. Yeah, you can always send something.
Mm.
And what you can also do nowadays, that's what I do. I run it by my AI,
Okay.
but I
Yeah.
use I use AI as an advisor mostly, right? So my AI knows me very well, and so it would immediately know even if it would fit into what I do, right? But in
Yeah.
terms of what it means legally and all of that, the AI can quickly tell you, summarize it, what it means.
Yeah. They can.
But of course, If you have a human like Mindy to run it by, I would do that.
Yeah, Mindy knows her stuff as a moderator very well. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, and what's going on your side then?
Well, on my side, what I want to do, is revamp School Buddies a bit, right? Because it is here, it exists, people join, but we don't have much going on other than this call here, right? And even
Mhm.
this call here now, we're seeing that if that's not promoted, then yeah, attendance is lower, right? So that's one
Mhm.
thing I want to do, and also learn from what we are doing in other communities, right? Because I'm active in other communities. One of them, obviously, is my own video journey. The video journey works super well in engagement, but it's a completely different thing because in the video journey, by design, if somebody does the journey, they make one post every day, right? And so within the past, what is it, 4, 5 months,
Mhm.
um, with 20 members, 10 of them on the journey, we almost have 1,000 posts. And then the interactions that come with that, right? And so, because everybody makes a video once a day, sometimes there's a gap, but there's so many videos of people where you get to know them, how they
Mhm.
are. And because of that, the community grows tight very fast and very, very well. And when you don't have videos, so for example, School Buddies, um, you just get to know people over writing, right? Text.
Mhm.
And yeah, so how can we get the video journey into School Buddies? Maybe not the whole video journey, but that kind of, practice that some people make a video or encourage that is an
Very
idea I have.
interesting thought. I think like in a community like that, people get to know like on text. You already said that, and on these calls, and I also like it that it's always the same time, so people always know when it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a yeah, I'm a big fan of that. And obviously we as people, we like structure, right? And so when it's always on that time, on that day, it's much easier for somebody to remember that and to join it. Question
Mhm.
then is it at a good time of the day for wherever you are in the world, right? Because you cannot make it fit um, for everyone, right? But so far, for the people who attended, um, yeah, it works. Um,
It does.
Mark usually joins a little bit later, but
Okay.
he's usually on this call. And Keith, recently, I think his work schedule in his 9 to 5 changed.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it doesn't work anymore for him here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sad.
But then in another community where um, I'm part of the team, we now have a 1 year plan and chunk down into quarters, so 3 months for now, where we have everything planned out with the posts we make, the engagement we do, etc.,
Mhm.
etc. And that is showing results really fast. And
Mhm.
so it actually only comes down to that to, yeah, make frequent posts in your community that follow a specific, purpose and goal.
Great. I think like also in the school buddies, you could definitely make something like creating a not necessarily creating videos every day, but maybe like creating a post every day, just texting. But then we have the problem again with that we don't like make these connections that we get when people make a video of themselves, but rather only by text with where we don't get to know the people that much. But it could definitely be a start.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said on a previous call or two calls ago, what I probably should do is contact people, reach out to people. Do you want to be still part of this community or not? And over time, obviously not kick people out just because they're not
Mhm.
active, but over time, like maybe reduce the number of members, but have the members in there that then will also participate, right?
Mhm.
But it all comes down to the community, founder, owner needs to make posts.
Mhm.
And if we don't do that, then nothing happens, right? As soon as we do that, then things start happening. And ideally, you want it, to a point where you then no longer have to do that. So, for example, in the video journey, I'm confident I could go away for 4 weeks and the video journey would continue without me being there, right? Because we have people in there who support people. We have a team of four, so that would work. But that's for several reasons. So one we talked about, it's a tight knit community. People got to know each other. They make videos, and that gives high engagement, right? And so also, I have been and still am on this journey today, right? I'm on day 140 something or 30, I
Mhm.
forget. So I put one every single day, right? And so imagine if I would make a post in School Buddies every single day. It would rub off on people, right? Some of them might get tired and leave, but others would engage. So that needs to happen. What about you, Mindy?
Hang on, be there in 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm back too now.
Yes.
My dad just came in.
No worries.
Okay. So was there a question or?
No, what I was saying, in video journey, I could walk away now and
Oh
it would
yeah.
continue,
Mhm.
right? But it's because I make a post every single day that the video journey got to where it is now, right? So I was saying, imagine if I would make a post in School Buddies every single day, one post.
Mhm.
Some people might leave and that's actually a good thing because the people who leave, then that community or the kind of post I make is not for them.
Mhm.
But the others that don't leave, it will rub up off on them. They will start engaging or more likely. And so I actually just answered my own question. And recently we also talked about how many posts to make. I think it was on this School Buddies call, where somebody, in another community, the owner is making like, I don't know, 7 posts a day. And I find that too much, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because you then in your feed, in your notifications, you have this person all the time, right?
Yeah.
And imagine if they're also now you follow this person. Now, if they're
Mhm.
also active in other
Mm.
communities, you get those notifications as well.
Yeah.
So I feel one a day is enough, but
Mhm.
at least one a day. So yeah, setting
Like
up a plan.
the schoolyard owner is like crazy. in his community. I think like 4 or 5 posts a day. But yeah, I mean, it has its pros and cons, but
You
yeah.
see, I think it also depends on the kind of community, right? So the schoolyard, I think I'm a member, but I'm not active.
Okay.
Um, but the schoolyard, people go in there to learn something, to make money. And
Mhm.
so when you have that, like I'm going to say, as a product, the person who's in there is in there for that reason. And so if then the owner gives, more of that for them to learn, it's a good thing, right? It's better to have more of that knowledge than less. Whereas in school buddies, there is nothing to like buy or a product or that,
Mhm.
right? And so what would the 4 or 5 posts be about in school buddies, right? That for me, that I think would be too much. But one a day, I think, is what would help to start get engagement going, right?
Yeah. It's not easy when you well, when I joined school all the way in the beginning and we had all these talks about I don't have a niche and people told me I need to have a niche and we said no, we don't need a niche. It's still more difficult without a niche.
Yeah.
It still is.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we are all like that, right? We as humans, we're like, what's in it for me in this, whatever it is? What do I get out of it? And if there is nothing in it for us, then we will either not join or we will not participate. But as soon as something that's going on that for us is interesting, right? We then participate. So what can we put in school buddies that's interesting? And I think in the minimum, it also depends, why does somebody join school buddies? Are they new on school or are they very well versed on school? And so if we assume that they're new on school, in the minimum, we should give them all the little Easter eggs that we know in school, right? Like summoning the cat or throwing some confetti, stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
And that's not there.
You can but then it takes time to put something together, but you can make like a roadmap of like we do in the other group. Like we just say we go from A to B and we have every day a little topic about school. We
Yeah,
can. We could because we just know. It just takes effort and time and then it's like I also think in the beginning a lot of groups on school were niched and there were not so much schools that were like I wouldn't say fun, but just to just hang out and build like without something. And now everybody starts to learn how to do it good, make a community, and the people like to hang out in the ones that are in their niche
yeah.
because there start to be so much and good ones also. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah,
So what type of communities do you think school people do like to hang out now more in the communities that are like hyper niche down and only specific on a outcome, or the ones where you just hang out and are open?
I think the ideal is find a good combination of both. You need to
Yeah.
like really bring something to the table and create a nice place to be, and that's not easy. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
it definitely isn't. Like I think like Schoolyard that does a great job. In on his about page, it says learn how to make 1,000 to 10,000 on school without social media or DMs. And in there, they have a lot of fun, and it is, yeah, it is that people are very engaged, and it's just awesome to be in there.
Yeah,
That's kind
it's
of
I
the
think
sweet
it's
spot.
when you overdo an engagement, you get the effect that people are coming in and they go out again. It's like your door, like Goosify is. People hang in there for a
Mhm.
month and then they just pass on and move on. But then you need to have a
Yeah.
continuously. They need to keep coming in. If not, you lose them. I think yeah,
Hmm.
it's not easy.
Definitely. Like for me also, I joined Goosify. It was great, but as you said, like for 1 month, I'm
Yeah,
exactly the guy who you're talking about, and now I just don't care anymore. I'm not really
yeah.
active in there anymore.
I just had a thought about school buddies, right? So what we've had since a long time now is these calls every week, and we only didn't have them over Christmas, New Year, where we took a break, right? But people join this call. Obviously, today a little bit less, but it's our regulars that join this call. And if we now say that about 5 people join this call out of a community of 100, then theoretically, out of 200, we would have 10 people on
Mm.
this call, right? Because it's just a numbers game, right? And so obviously, the better we advertise or niche down what School Buddies is about, the higher this number will be. But what I'm getting at is you, Jan, for example, are on this call now, and Mindy, and there is nothing in it in terms of learn how to make 10,000 in a week, whatever. All it is
Mhm.
about hanging out with people we like. I think that's what it comes down to, right? And so if that has been like the main product, for a want of better description, until now, that has to be emphasized in the community and outside of the community about page, that this is one thing that's happening here, right? And then build on that, maybe, because we have this happening in other communities too, right?
Mhm.
Being on a call, but usually it is niched to that, what that community is about, right? So the talk will be about marketing or AI or whatever it is. And here the the topic is more broad, right? More like networking, relationships, anything.
Mhm. Yeah, we just hang out and talk about school. That's kind of
I
what we're doing.
I think my joint school is missing the school buddies part, and your school buddies is missing the joint school part.
Okay, so then comes the thought, oh yeah, let's merge. But then that will mean one community has to go, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like it's the giving the first information for somebody comes on school and finding a nice place to hang out. Those things together is actually that and that.
You know
Yeah.
what? I just had a thought there. What speaks against just duplicating the stuff? So, in other words, everything you have in Joint School goes in
Mhm.
School Buddies Classroom, and everything we have in School Buddies, which apparently is this call, goes in yours. Great deal, Mindy. Um, but basically, what we then have is the same people operating the same two communities, but it's a different branding, right? So some people might, appeal to join school more and they join that, and others to school buddies and they join that, but they end up with the same thing.
What if we start with having a call like this and also putting it up in joint school? So maybe new people from there would join the call of School Buddies. No, that's not possible.
Yeah, you have to be a member in the community where, well, if it's on the school platform, right?
Yeah.
Then you have to be a member of the community that the link is on.
Have we
Yeah.
ever tried that?
Hey, have we ever tried this? You create a link in yours, I create a
Yeah.
link in this, and then get them on the same. No, that
Oh,
doesn't work. That
yeah,
doesn't
it
work.
Well,
does.
because
It's
I
Wait,
two
was
tabs.
yeah, but I was on the phone with Jack, and he said that he was mentioning that it works. If you give the people the link and they're not a member of the community, they could join. And I didn't thought deeper about it. I was like, no, that can't be, but maybe it can. We never
like in your
tested.
community, Mindy, in the where you also like scheduled this call here. That's actually the why I joined this community, because I saw it in
Mhm.
Mindy's calendar, and I clicked on it, and it redirected me to this community, and I needed to join before hopping on the call.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
But
but the link
maybe there
was
is a way. I don't know.
Maybe if the community is public, maybe then
Mm,
that's possible.
maybe.
we can test it out at some point and see what we can do there. Because maybe that's a good thing to just bring them from Join School, bring them to your School Buddies. Or like have the meeting from Join School in School Buddies, so they kind of need to join School Buddies to join it. I don't mind giving you people. I don't care if it can get the thing more alive again.
Yeah,
Let's
and
think about it.
I understand that. I don't, you know, question that. What I'm thinking about is it creates more friction, right? So we already have problems with people engaging or on doing stuff.
Hmm.
And so if it's like, oh, here's the link, but then they end up on another community that they have to join, they're like, what is this, right? Like we totally understand what it is, but for
Yeah.
them, without them, let's say, the video journey community is so tight knit and small. There, that works because everybody, trusts and likes and knows each other. There, you can give a link outside, and they're like, "Oh, of course, I'll join that person's community. I didn't even know they had a community. I want to join." Right? But with School Buddies versus Join School and vice versa, people don't know each other like that, and so I think that would create friction.
Mindy,
Yeah. Yes.
I'm just gonna send you the link to I in my community I have for $9 just to be in Schoolers. I created the live call now, and I made the community public. So try joining.
Where did you send it to me?
DMs.
Okay. Oh my god, I have too many tabs open. Hang on.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting test.
The community name is Test Bra. So
I'm gonna hop on, so probably it will give issues with my sound. Wait, I'm gonna mute myself here first.
okay.
I'm gonna try.
So you made the community public,
Yeah, I made the community public.
and it's a free community,
It's a free. Wait.
or do you charge
No,
for
free.
membership?
It's free. And
Okay.
it's just to be in Schoolers, as I already said.
Yeah.
No, it's not working. I'm
So
going
you
to
need
your
to
browser.
join. Okay.
Yeah, and
Oh
and this
shit.
this makes sense. It's
Yeah.
for privacy, right? It's for
Hmm.
safety, security. If you have a community, that's, I don't know, sensitive topic, I don't know, coming out, transgender, whatever it is, if that link gets shared and anybody could attend, that's not good, right?
No.
You want them to have to join the community, and the community owner then has a chance to vet you whether you're a good fit, etc., before you can attend the call. So it shouldn't work.
I found out something else. Sorry, it's a change of topic. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
I discovered something today. I think there is a limit to the amount of DMs that you can have. So today I DM'd because I started challenge in Tales and Trails. I DM'd every member in Tales and Trails, which the half is not online anymore for 180, 200 days. But I said I'm just going to DM everybody. All those more than half of the DMs are empty. The auto DM
What?
is gone. So everybody got an auto DM from me, and that is gone. Those chats are empty. And I'm like, how?
No, that's a glitch.
Mhm.
They're
If
all empty.
I No, that's a glitch. DMs you had with people, they are now empty, is what you're saying.
Yeah. But all of them, like
Interesting.
100 people,
No, that
almost.
can't be.
Let's say more than 50.
Yeah, that's a glitch. That can't be. It probably didn't load or whatever happened, or the server was not responsive, but that doesn't sound right. What sounds
No.
right is that there's a limit of the DMs that you can send out, right? And so it
Hmm.
will it will then just not send the DM if that's the
No,
case.
I don't think we have a limit for that because I send out like 800 a day at one day for Ryan. And that was
Yeah,
that was worth.
hold on though. It can be that, there is limits that can be raised depending on the status of the account. So a
Hmm.
brand new person maybe is limited to 10 a day, but somebody like Ryan, who has that whole activity, that limit might be, 1,000. What do I know?
Yeah, but it's my account.
Yeah, you're also a trusted person, in
Yeah,
that
that's
sense. If we say trusted means not
yeah,
scammer, spammer, right? Then you should have more than somebody we first have to find out whether they're a scammer,
yeah,
bot,
that's true.
whatever, right?
I wonder if it goes like that.
It could be, I don't know. But it does make sense that it's limited. Just like we have the um can I say the chat at level so and so, right? You cannot chat with somebody until they're at what level, right? It makes sense that on the whole school platform, the DMs are limited for new accounts because else somebody could come in, create a bot account, and then automate it and blast, hundreds of thousands of DMs out there.
I don't think they have it, but I do think you need to make a feature request.
I think
Schoolers
they
for
have
that.
it. I think they have it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've seen, but that could also be a ruse. I've seen posts, and I think it was in schoolers or other communities, it doesn't matter, where the person is like, hey, I ran out of my DM allowance. Can you DM me?
Yeah, but that's the
Mhm.
10 cold DMs.
Yeah.
You only get
You
like 10 cold DMs per day,
you
per
only
week.
get
Sorry.
10 code. Yeah.
Hmm.
So cold as in you don't have a prior relationship with them.
Yeah. If you break the ice, you only
And
get
Okay.
10.
like if you're a admin or moderator in the community, you can of course like
Yeah.
the members in the community that you are moderator or admin in, you can DM them
Yeah.
as much as you want. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's somebody who is a member in a community and DMs another member
Hmm.
who they haven't DM before, no matter, whether in this community or outside, they can
Yeah.
only do 10 of those in
Per
one
week.
day. Okay, I get
Per
it.
week.
Per week,
Per
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
That's
not per day,
pretty less and not much.
per week.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's nice because you
Yeah,
really
but
need to
but it
think.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, let me get my head around that. So you can do 10 in a day and then you're done for a week, or you can
Yeah.
spread them out for 2, 3 a day and then you're done. yeah, so that naturally then curbs the spammer, the bot going in there and whoop,
Hmm.
flooding anything. Which then explains why some of my people received spam from this person and others that I asked didn't receive it because they ran out of
Yeah.
allowance.
Hmm.
Make the sense.
And that's also why every spammer or scammer or bot comments and does not DM. I literally did not get a single DM since I'm single scam DM or spam DM since I am on school.
Wow.
Yeah, I
I
Yeah,
must
think
say,
you haven't been on school long enough then.
I'm on
it's
like since mid-November. I think like 3 months now.
Yeah, no, I think it also depends what community you're a member of. You're
Yeah,
you're a member in good communities, right? Because it comes down to who is let into that community.
yeah,
There's some
true.
communities or used to be that have like 100,000 members, but only like 2% of the members in there are like legit.
Yeah,
And so obviously in there you get tons of unsolicited.
yeah, you do.
Yeah. One thing I would like to share that just recently I learned, well, experienced, let's say, live is so the video journey is a paid community. It's a safe space. It's where people come on camera for the first time, people who want to get comfortable on camera, so they would never do that in a free community, right? And so last week or 2 weeks ago, I decided, let me try the free trial. And I did that. And we got some members because of that free trial. But two of them were not the people we wanted in there, right? And so, meanwhile, I removed the free trial, but I realized that when you have a paid community and it's a safe space and you do a free trial, it basically makes it a free community. It's no longer a safe space, right? Completely not. And so this free trial might work very well in a community like, for example, the Schoolyard, where it is about teaching people how to make money with school. And so you give somebody access for 7 days. There's nothing safe space about it. It's knowledge. Whereas the video journey or another safe space community, you cannot use that free trial. It completely makes it door open for everybody. Not good. So removed it.
yeah, I think the same about it. It's like I can see if you do like like Evelyn or something, you do a 7-day challenge, you have that name, people want to like really try it out, but then still you're getting the wrong people in. So then you really, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It it I think, for I compare it to Calvin Hollywood's communities where he teaches, you know, the affiliate system on school, or another one, he created AI, how to create content with AI, as in photos and movies, right? Specialized AI community just for photos and videos made with AI. That is now a paid community. A free trial to that, to me, completely makes sense because you can test it out without paying. But inside there is not like, sensitive information exchanged by members, right? In the video journey, there is, right? In the video journey, we have um, some high profile people that, um, yeah, those videos, they wouldn't post them, publicly, right? And so it totally doesn't work for a community
Mm.
like that. And then I also learned about the freemium being better than the free trial in that sense, because with the freemium, at least you can vet the people that you let in, right? But still, it's then the freemium means that it's freely accessible. And again, it makes it a free community. Unless you could silo the tiers, what they have access to in the communities,
Yeah.
which we talked about, which Sam often says most likely not going to happen. And I also understand that because it segregates people. I was giving my wife an example. We live in this town, village, whatever you want to call it. There's about 12,000 people live here. And I said, imagine if they say, okay, you're a member of this town, but this up there, the hill, those big houses, you're not allowed to go there because that's where the VIP live. You're not allowed there, right? That would be complete segregation. So if you want that, you need a separate community to do that.
Yeah, but
And
if you think like overall, if Sam would give access to do that, to have categories, like what is worse? Like dividing the people within your own group or making two groups? Because that's what's going to happen. If we can't, we're going to make two groups. So what is then worse?
Yeah, and that's how it used to be, right? Before the tiers,
Yeah.
right? No, I agree with you that compared to this, that is worse. It would it would be two different communities. One is about this and it's free, and the other one is about that and it's paid, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, the way we have it now definitely is better than before, where you were like forced to have a separate community for paid.
and also like what's really interesting to see with Calvin Hollywoods, did you notice that at first in his AI community, he had like closed up the classroom. He only focused on the calendar. He only focused on the community tab.
No, I haven't seen that, but that makes complete sense,
Yeah, he
right?
just focused on his classroom and getting the people engaged and making good posts. And then after he added the classroom and then also webinars and calls. And now I think he's yeah, and now it's running really good.
Yeah, it makes complete sense because you learn from the people the kind of stuff you then put in the classroom, right? And his community grew large very quickly because, for one, he's Calvin, but for the other, AI is everybody's wants AI, right? So it's a very hot topic. So his community grows fast. So you have a lot of feedback you can draw from to create your classroom. And I can see that already just in the small 90-day video journey. What I have in the classroom, some of it is not needed, but what I've learned from the community is not in there. And so if
Mhm.
that's the case with just like 20 people, right, out of which 10 are really active, then imagine with a community with hundreds or thousands of members. It just doesn't make sense to make your classroom first. You get it from the people first.
True.
Yet we do that, Mindy, don't we? We make big classrooms.
Yeah. I don't know how to get people to the classroom. And then Sarah Hawkins, she made this whole thing about I remove my classrooms and I put it all in the community, and then I think like they still need to go there. Why is it so difficult? Why?
It
It's
all
just
depends. I think it all depends how it's marketed, right? So if you have, and we need to jump off soon.
Yeah.
If you have joined Skool, right, it's free. So your classroom content is free. So it all comes down to the person thinking, what's in it for me? Do I really need this? Whatever. Whereas when you have a pay community where people pay, I don't know, 100 a month for that content, well, then they're silly not to go get that content, right?
Yeah.
So they probably, the probability is higher they go to the classroom to consume that what they paid for. Whereas in a free community, see, for example, a free community that I joined recently to check it out, the School Hub, where communities are advertised. So everybody that's in there is like, there's something in it for me here, right? For one, I get to learn about these communities, but for the other, I can get my community there to be seen, right?
Yeah. It's difficult.
But do you
Yeah.
really think like this whole advertising your own school in the school community, if it works, if people actually join other communities in there?
I think if it's a community that's not too busy, yes. But I think like the classifieds and it just goes
Yeah.
so. It's like it starts to be an Instagram or a Facebook story.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
want to hop off. I see it
yeah,
at your face.
Mhm.
yeah. What I meant is, that whether it works or not, different story. But
Hmm.
people see, oh, there's something in it for me there, a
Mm,
particular thing. And then when it's about that, then you get people to engage, people to participate because they see something that helps them there.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need to go.
Thanks, guys, for
Aw.
today. This was a cozy call. Thanks, Jan, for joining us today. And
Yeah,
Mindy,
thank
as always.
It was it was so great. I love these calls, and it's also a great time for me to hop on.
Very nice. And so we
Awesome.
will make sure to promote this better now and make some
We will.
changes. Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Yeah, next
Bye.
time.
Bye.